What's going on, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, today we're going to be talking about Modern Warfare and how it is my favorite Call of Duty game to date. That is a bold statement. Now, yes, it's my first video on the beta. It's probably going to be like my main video on the beta because I've just been trying to play the games, try to have fun with it. I don't want to have to worry about recording. I just want to have fun with it. That's why I haven't seen many videos recently. I've just been trying to, enjoy what I'm playing, trying to enjoy the games that I'm playing. That's why you haven't seen a Borderlands 1 video in a while, and I think I'm not going to continue the series. The reason is because I just want to enjoy the game. I don't want to have to worry about recording it, because sometimes I just forget that I'm going to be too far ahead, and I just don't want to risk it. And I want to stick with the bread and butter of the channel, which is Call of Duty, and that's one of the things. So why is Modern Warfare my favorite Call of Duty to date? Well, because it plays right. It plays great. Besides the campers, which, that's going to happen in any game. World War II had campers, BF4's beta had campers, Black Ops 3's beta had campers, and so did IW's. To this day, Infinite Warfare and Black Ops 4, Modern Warfare, they all have campers, so, there's no getting rid of it, right? But the thing about Modern Warfare to me is that it just plays right. It plays great. The guns feel good. They feel beefy. They feel like they should. It reminds me a lot of CoD 4, especially. Just because of the way the guns recoil is, the way the guns feel, the way the guns play, the way the game just is. It just feels right. It doesn't feel bad, it feels correct. It feels like the way the guns would work in real life, and should. Another thing is that Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2019 is just a great game. It just seems right. It seems like it plays correctly, it seems like it plays well. It seems like I would enjoy this game, especially. Now, the map you're seeing is Hackney Yard. It's probably my least favorite map in the beta. I really do like Azir Cave and Grozny Raid. Gunrunner's pretty fun, but I think Grozny Raid and Azir Cave is the best maps in the beta, and from what I've played so far. Now, in the beta, currently, there is still 2v2 is still in it, and I still enjoy it. But Modern Warfare is a great game. Best COD in many years. It really is. If you disagree, really, come on. People are complaining about the maps, and I think the maps are great. I can go back to Call of Duty 4, Black Ops 1, and even Black Ops 2 to an extent, and they're open. The maps, there's many sight lines to kill enemies, and I think that's the way it was meant to be. Instead of having, a 3-lane map. Hackney Yard is probably the most 3-lane map in the game. As your cave is not very 3-lane, I know. Grozny Raid is very not 3-lane. It really isn't. It's really weird. And I think that's why I like it. When 32 versus 32 comes out last weekend of the beta, which will also mark the 1 month till the game comes out, I think that the maps are going to be great. I like open maps. That's why I like Battlefield 3 and Battlefield 4 so much, because the maps are open. They're not tiny, they're actually very fun, and they're not very restrictive. Now, some maps I think do need a little bit more restricting, like on Gunrunner, there's a lot of little objects you can jump on top of and jump over an enemy. I think if you could not jump on those, the map would be a little bit better in some of the game modes. Another thing is, Headquarters fits the game, but please increase the time limit. I feel like if you have a really, really bad team, and if both teams are kind of bad, and you only have, 2 good players on each team, the matches just... they don't go on. It's not even a battle, it's just whatever team gets the objective first and they're done. This is not even fun. Also, another thing is, please, when the game comes out, I think that another thing that they could do to make the game better is to add some better lighting to enemies. Because I feel like some days they're sitting in a weird area and I can't see them. Like in this gameplay, you can tell that there's some weird areas that you can't really see them, but they're there. And they kill you because they can easily see you, but you can't easily see them. And I think that's one of the things that I have an issue with. And I do have an issue with it. But the game plays and looks great. It sounds great. Playing in the 32 versus 32 mode is amazing. It is very, very, very good. Did I just say 32 versus 32? In the 10v10 mode, it is amazing. The 10v10 is amazing. The 10v10 mode is just great. It's fun. In the moment, with precision airstrikes, other kill streaks going off, it sounds like a war. It really does. I think it sounds amazing. Another thing is, though, I think the guns are great. I think the gameplay is great. One thing is with the game modes, I think there needs to be more for the beta. I'm sorry. I was hoping to play, like, Hardpoint, or maybe even gun game would have been cool. Gun game would have been cool to play in the beta. I think that would have been a fun little party mode. Another thing is, I would love to see Control come back into the game. I think Control was a great mode in Black Ops 4, and I think it would fit great in this game. Another thing is, I think that Call of Duty Modern Warfare is the greatest COD in years. I do. It is not as good as Black Ops 2, from what I played, but I think the game is still very good. One thing I don't like about the game is that people seem to camp for streaks kind of like I did in this gameplay. You can kind of tell, but I tried not to. But also, I do not think that the 25 kill streak nuke should be in game ending. I think it should just be like the old school ones. Now, I think yes, it understands to be game ending, but I think it should be game ending only in TDM. If it is game ending in domination, especially the 32 versus 32, I think it's just not gonna be fun. I mean, yes, it's gonna be awesome going on 25 kill streak, getting a nuke, calling it an ending the game, that'd be cool. But it just ruins the flow in a 32 versus 32 mode. Another thing is, I would love for the 32 versus 32 to go to like 1,000 points. It wouldn't drag on for too long, especially if kill streaks are gonna be a thing. It's gonna be interesting. Because the maps, it's gonna be a good amount of players, especially if 50v50s, I think make it go to 1,000. Hell, Battlefield barely goes long enough at 1,000, in my opinion. Like, barely. But that should be a thing. You know, it should. 1,000 points would be genius. God, I think 400 points in BO4 is long enough some days. So, and that's 6v6. And maybe even 5v5 for certain modes. Another thing is, I do think that the AK-47 could use a little bit of a fire rate buff and a recoil buff to make it better than the M4, because it feels like, or a damage buff, because the gun is very similar to the M4. It's just the M4 with worse fire rate and a worse recoil and a slower reload time. That's all it is. But I don't know. I want to know your guys' opinions are in the comments below. But still, I think that this game is going to be the best COD we've seen in years. People do tend to camp, but that tends to be in every beta. The IW beta, the Black Ops 3 beta, BO4's beta, World War II's beta. People camp. It's a game. It's Call of Duty. People are going to camp. Nothing we can really do. But what you can always do is, I hope that Cranked becomes a game mode. Because Cranked is the opposite of camping for TDM. And I think that's going to make people... I would play the heck out of Cranked instead of regular TDM. Because Cranked from Ghost and Infinite Warfare was so much fun. Getting a kill, then running faster. Just, you know, trying to get more kills. And, like, because you would explode if you didn't. I think that was a genius idea. Another thing is, I love the weapon gunsmith customization. But I would love to see weapon kits kind of come back in a small way, where you can change the appearance of a red dot sight. Or like if you have like a red dot sight, you could change it to like an old school sight or something, or I don't know. Or like maybe make it where you can put paint jobs on a gun. I think that'd be kind of cool if you could, if paint jobs came back. Yes, it would be kind of weird because, you know, people would just put like, you know, family friendly sensor noise stuff all over it. I'm sorry I had to do that. And I also meant to stutter. It's a little joke I have. I'm kidding, I did not mean to stutter. But what I mean is, like, I think it'd be kind of cool if paint jobs came back from Black Ops 3, Black Ops 4, and World War II to an extent. Another thing I would love to see is dynamic maps. Now, what do I mean by this? I mean maps that change with weather. Hackney Yard, I love it, but I would love to see it start to rain at some point. If it just started to pour rain, that'd be kind of cool. Or maybe during the night map, the Azure map, there's a sandstorm, like a small little dust storm that went through the map for like once a game, or it might not even happen. I think that'd be kind of cool, kind of like Battlefield 1, not 5. Battlefield 5 I think has it too, but Battlefield 1's what had it the most. I think that'd be kind of cool. Another thing would be having customizable kill streaks. What I mean is making a perk or something you could use to equip a kill streak from the same class. I think that'd be genius. Now, yes, it wouldn't make any sense because you could just equip UAV, counter UAV, and you can equip like the A-10, the cruise missile, and that. But still, another way would be an easier way to get through your streaks, to cycle through them. Now, I don't mean like you get a UAV and you can get it again. I don't mean that type of cycling. I mean selecting it. Because in this game, you can't select kill streaks. You have to hold right on the D-pad and do a little wheel, and it's kind of weird to figure that out when you're first playing. And you'd oftentimes accidentally use a cruise missile when you want to use a UAV or personal radar, and I think that could, with a little bit of changing, that could be a lot better. But I want to know your guys' opinions. But with that out of the way, one last thing. Drop shotting needs a nerf or a change. Give us an animation, please. Please give us an animation. I think an animation would be perfect. I think it's necessary. But still, I don't know. I don't know your guys' opinions on the topic down below. But with that out of the way, hope you guys did enjoy the video. If you guys did, please do drop a like. Don't forget to subscribe. Another thing is, I will have another Call of Duty video tomorrow. But with that out of the way, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.